Ever wondered how the world might end? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? The concept of the apocalypse, the end of the world as we know it, has been a subject of human fascination for centuries. It's a universal curiosity, a shared dread, a topic that's been explored in literature, art and science alike. Consider the myriad ways our world could meet its end. Natural disasters such as earthquakes, tsunamis or meteor strikes, which could obliterate entire continents in a blink. Or perhaps man-made calamities like nuclear warfare or unchecked climate change, slowly eroding our planet's capacity to sustain life. Each scenario is as terrifying as the next, each a potential countdown to our own extinction. And yet, we're drawn to these possibilities, captivated by the question of our own survival. Because you see, the apocalypse isn't a question of if, but when. So, what's the worst that could happen? Imagine waking up to a world on the brink of extinction. What could possibly cause such a catastrophe? Let's delve into some of the potential calamities that could end us. First, consider a nuclear war, a nightmare scenario that has hung over the world since the mid-20th century. The fallout from such an event would not only cause immediate destruction and loss of life, but also lead to a nuclear winter. The dust and smoke from countless nuclear explosions would block out the sun, leading to a dramatic drop in temperature worldwide. Crops would fail, wildlife would perish, and humanity would face the prospect of starvation on a vast scale. Next, let's ponder on the prospect of a deadly pandemic, a scenario that's no longer relegated to the realm of fiction. A highly infectious and lethal virus could spread rapidly around the globe, overwhelming healthcare systems and causing societal breakdown. The death toll could be in the billions, and the survivors would be left in a world forever changed. Then there's the threat of an asteroid impact. A large enough asteroid hurtling towards Earth at unimaginable speeds could unleash an energy equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs. The impact would cause a global firestorm, followed by an impact winter, much like the nuclear winter scenario. Imagine the eruption of a supervolcano, a geological event that has happened before in Earth's history. The volcanic ash would blanket the skies, causing a volcanic winter, and the sulfur dioxide released would lead to acid rain, devastating ecosystems across the planet. And finally, let's not forget the possibility of an alien invasion. While it might seem like the stuff of science fiction, we can't entirely rule out the arrival of hostile extraterrestrials. If they possess technology far superior to ours, they could easily overpower us and reshape the world to suit their needs. These scenarios may sound like the stuff of nightmares, but they're all within the realm of possibility. So it's not a question of if, but when. And when that day comes, will we be ready? Picture the world after the dust settles. What does the post-apocalyptic landscape look like? Imagine a world different from the one we know, a world where the familiar heartbeat of civilization has been replaced by an eerie silence. The once bustling cities now lay in ruins. The skyscrapers that once kissed the sky are now skeletal remains, a grim reminder of what once was. Streets that used to echo with the rhythm of life are now abandoned, with only the wind whispering tales of the past. Our world as we know it would be unrecognizable. The aftermath of an apocalypse would transform the landscape into a desolate wilderness where survival is a daily struggle. The resources we take for granted today, like clean water, electricity and internet, would become scarce or even non-existent. The technological marvels that we are so dependent on would be reduced to relics of a past era. The luxuries of today would become the myths of tomorrow. In this new world, the fight for survival begins. The comforts of a secure home are replaced by the harsh realities of the wilderness. The quest for food and clean water becomes a daily ordeal. The struggle against the elements, against disease, against despair, and against each other becomes the new norm. It is a world where the strong prey on the weak, where bonds of community are tested, and where the will to live becomes the most valuable asset. But amidst the destruction, there lies potential. Potential for humanity to rise from the ashes, to rebuild, to learn from our mistakes. The apocalypse, as devastating as it may be, could be a catalyst for change. The remnants of our past could serve as the foundation for a new world, a world that values sustainability, community, and resilience. A world where we are not at odds with nature, but live in harmony with it. In the face of such devastation, survival becomes the only thing that matters. It's a stark reminder of our fragility, of our dependence on the world around us, and of our responsibility to protect it. The post-apocalyptic world is a grim reality, but it is also a call to action, a call to prepare, and most importantly, a call to survive. How does one survive in a world gone mad? Knowledge becomes your greatest weapon. In the face of the apocalypse, preparation is paramount. It's the difference between succumbing to the elements and emerging from the ashes, ready to face a new world. This doesn't merely mean stockpiling food and water, although those are certainly important. It's about being mentally prepared for the harsh realities and tough decisions that you'll inevitably face. It's about accepting that the world as you knew it has changed and being willing to adapt to survive. A survival plan is a roadmap to your continued existence. This could be as simple as having a rendezvous point for your family, or as complex as a detailed route to a distant safe haven. Regardless of its complexity, your plan must be flexible, because the only certainty in an apocalypse is uncertainty. Survival skills, the kind that our ancestors relied on, become crucial. Knowing how to start a fire without matches, how to find and purify water, how to hunt or forage for food. These skills could be the difference between life and death. It's not just about surviving, but about thriving in a world that no longer caters to our convenience. Staying healthy is a challenge when hospitals and pharmacies are no longer an option. Understanding basic first aid, knowing which plants are edible or medicinal, maintaining a balanced diet, these are all key to your survival. It's not just about avoiding injury or illness, but about maintaining the physical and mental strength necessary to face each new day. Finally, forming alliances could be your saving grace. Humans are social creatures, and we survive best when we work together. Forming alliances doesn't just mean finding people to watch your back, but also finding people who can teach you new skills, or who can provide companionship in a world that can often feel lonely and isolating. Surviving the apocalypse isn't about being the fittest or the strongest, it's about being the most adaptable. After all, in the end, it's not about the world that was, but the world that could be.